What is up? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Peak Week. It is June 8th, so including today, we are 6 weeks out from my natural classic physique bodybuilding competition, the Indiana Natural, which is going to happen on Saturday. So I just wanted to take you all through a real rough vloggy style of what each day on Peak Week looks like. As I want to take you all along for the journey, document the ups, the downs, the interesting things that come from trying to bring your best physique. Give you a quick breakdown of what I got going today. Today we are working through the depletion and water loading phases of Peak Week. Interestingly, I woke up 2.5 pounds lighter than Friday, so I weighed in at 176.2 pounds this morning, which is an all-time low for me. I haven't weighed this much since I was probably 18, and I'm 29 right now. And real quick, if somehow you came across this video and you're new to me or new to the channel, my name is David Martin. I'm an online coach, podcast host, and fitness content creator based in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I also work a 9 to 5. So a lot of my day will be consumed by working that 9 to 5 as it's a very busy week. But nonetheless, I actually am going to be working from home this week so I can have better access to nailing this Peak Week. So I'll tell you all a little bit more about other things that are going on today for the Peak Week. Steps-wise, I'm going to be hitting a goal of 15,000 steps. I'm going to hit a light push session. I'm going to be drinking 280 ounces of fluid today. So I had half of this morning, and we're about to knock down the other half. That sounds like a lot of water, but I was able to do it yesterday. I peed a lot. So a lot of steps, a lot of fluid, and not a lot of carbs. The goal is 50 grams of carbs for today. So meal one, I'm going to be working on that, and I'll show you the end result. It's going to be some eggs, egg whites, a little bit of Greek yogurt, and a little bit of pico de gallo. Just veggies for each meal is how I'm going to be handling the carbohydrate intake. So with that being said, it's time to embrace the suck of the depletion phase of Peak Week. We got more carbs at the end of the week, so we'll make it. Let's get to it, baby. All right, guys, the finished product is in. It turned out pretty well. Got my omelet going. Let's see if I can open this bad boy up real quick for y'all. So yes, as carbohydrates go down, my fat intake does go up ever so slightly. So I was able to treat myself to a tiny little bit of cheese in this omelet, which I'm ecstatic about. I haven't done that in a minute. So we got 3 eggs, 130 grams of egg white, 100 grams of pico de gallo, and some Greek yogurt, which is almost like, and here's the kitten. Always interested in what I'm eating as well. We also have just regular non-fat Greek yogurt, which hack for you all if you've never tried it is a lot like sour cream, and it's a cheat code on the diet. And then just like a little bit of cheese. I had like 5 grams of cheese on this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to eating this. And then as I set up for work, I do steps on my walking pad. Little cheat code for y'all if you find yourself very strapped for time is a under desk walking pad. I'll check in with y'all there before we start the day. Alrighty guys, so we are all set up for work. I start my shift here in about 7 minutes. I just wanted to talk through some of the things that have happened thus far in the prep to give you a little bit of context for what's going down this Peak Week. I started this prep at 211 pounds. And like I mentioned, I'm down to 176 this morning. So about 35 pounds down, which I was carrying quite a bit of fat. And I probably won't get that fat again moving forward. But really happy with how far I've driven this prep. I'll say I haven't been to the point where I have like glute striations. So I'm not absolutely peeled inside out. But when you see some posing practice and some physique updates later on in the video, you'll see that I'm bringing the shreds to the stage, which I'm excited about. So big weight loss this prep. Really, strength has not fallen off in a hugely significant manner on my lifts. So like, of course, you're gonna lose some strength as you push deep into a calorie deficit. But overall, we're doing pretty well. Prep has been a lot of work. It's cut into my personal life and the goals that I had there. But honestly, it's helped me realize that I can push farther than I ever thought possible of myself, which is going to be super useful for me to carry forward and apply that same level or near same level of effort to my own personal endeavors and professional endeavors moving forward. So good learning lessons along the way, and I'm sure I'll think of more to drop as I go. We got about 2 minutes until my shift starts, so I'm gonna hop off of this thing and catch my breath. I have a break in about 2 hours where I'm gonna be getting meal number 2, so I'll check in with you all over there. Alrighty guys, it is officially break number 1, coming up on 10:15 a.m. And while I don't love this time, I don't necessarily get to make my schedule for a break. I'd prefer to, do the break at like 11 to give myself about 3 hours between each meal. Unfortunately, I'm not the boss quite yet. So we are gonna be heating up meal number 2 and getting some steps in on the walking pad during this 15-minute break. Or this is quite the week to do a peak week, especially because I work at a major retail brokerage firm and it's SpaceX IPO week. So we are just absolutely slammed. When stuff like that happens, you just gotta be prepared. So yesterday, Daniela and I went all out on our meal prep, got all of the low carb and some of the high carb options that we're gonna be looking into later in the week sorted. One of these being, and I will put this in the pan and then show you all, a chicken breast and frozen squash combo. So with this meal, this frozen squash and Brussels sprout came in a bag. It's like a bird's eye vegetable type deal. And I'm just pairing it with some chicken breast. I like to pan heat everything up for taste. So it also works out that I'm working from home, just because this food is not necessarily the most palatable, but when you can like cook veggies and reheat protein in a pan, I 100% recommend that all the time. So that's what we're working on right now. I'm gonna get this meal heated up, and I'm also gonna hop on the walking pad and talk to you all about some of my tips for staying prepared through a diet. So as you have heard so far, preparation is key, especially when you have a busy schedule. I know most people these days, they gotta work extra hard to make ends meet. You gotta meet family demands, gotta balance social life, fitness life these days. So preparation is very essential, and I wanna tell you how I go about that from a diet perspective. First and foremost, you have to have a goal, right? I'm not even gonna talk about identifying a goal, but based off of that goal, you reverse engineer what your diet needs to be for any given week. The calories, the macros, the meal plan, if you're just doing a meal plan, you'll need to go prepare a list, hit the store. So Daniela and I got creative because we knew that I was gonna be dipping into really low carb sources, really low calories in general for the first couple of days of this week. So we went on, found some options, made a list. Like example, the frozen veggie pack I just talked about, mushrooms, a lot of veggies. So you gotta locate and identify the things you're gonna buy. That also helps you be more cost effective in the grocery store, so you're just not wandering around willy-nilly picking up whatever. Once you've identified what you're gonna buy, make sure you have some good preparation methods. Like for me, I grill in the Blackstone, and I think that helps maintain and preserve taste way more than just microwaving something. Like I mentioned earlier as well, I know not everybody has this option, but if you can, reheating things in a pan or a flat top, it's so much better than a microwave, in my opinion. Makes healthy eating a lot more enjoyable. You're also gonna wanna probably portion those meals out so you can grab and go. Like for example, it might take you an extra 30 minutes to portion everything out on the day that you meal prep, but promise me, that's gonna save you a lot of time in your mornings before you're getting ready to go to work, or as you're getting kids together, whatever you gotta do in the mornings, just to have that meal ready to pull out of the fridge
or ready for you when it's time to reheat it is such a hack. So that's been something that I fine-tuned over the years. If you need help with that after the show, I will be taking on both training and nutrition clients. Or if you just want me to do a one-off meal plan or nutrition framework for you, I can definitely do that. But those are my tips, guys. I'm gonna keep walking and getting these steps in so I can work my way up to my 15,000. And I'll check in with you at the lunch break.
What's up, everybody? Out here getting the lunch break steps in. God, I'm just a step getting motherfucker today. Just wanted to check in, let y'all know how I'm feeling. Really don't have a ton of useful advice to give in this segment, but we're out here hitting the pavement, getting the cardio in, burning the fat, depleting the glycogen. So if you work a corporate job, shit, get out there on your breaks, get some fresh air. I think it really helps refocus my mind and give me something else to focus on while also burning fat. Also got to show you this. It says free right here. And that is an electric sign pole. Right now, as you can probably tell from this segment, brain fog has started to hit. I do feel like great mental clarity in the mornings, but throughout the day, that brain fog starts to set in, and I really have to lock in on what clients are saying so I don't ask redundant questions. So just know, if you ever push a diet super far, the brain fog is a real consideration, but we're making it through. Also, I hope you guys can hear me okay. I forgot my mini mic, so I think this is running through my AirPods, and I have a whole bunch of oncoming traffic that's about 6 feet away from me on this sidewalk. But it's a beautiful walk nonetheless. Nice little neighborhood stroll. So we're gonna keep getting these steps in. My afternoon break is coming up in about 3 hours, where I will be hitting another meal and getting my pre-workout meal ready. So 5 meals total for the day. I'm counting down the time until my next one, and then probably to satiate some hunger in between, gonna have a Coke Zero or something, a little bit of caffeine, a little bit of carbonation to keep me full. Those are the levers that you need to pull when you're going all out. So let's keep this day grooving. What a day it has been. Today has been nonstop at work. So we're getting bites in between calls. And here I have a lovely concoction, as you can see. We got some lean ground beef, that 96.4 John. We have onions and mushrooms. So rounding off this day with another very low carb option. Just gonna do a quick check in here, as this was meal 3. We're gonna go finish this workday out, get our pre-workout meal in, and hit the training session, get some posing in, get to the exciting stuff that you all have been waiting for. Quick check-in as I'm wrapping up this day. We are eating the pre-workout meal. So I'm currently scarfing down some yogurt with fruit. I threw a little bit of sugar-free French vanilla syrup for some flavor, because that's just plain Greek yogurt. It's kind of unpleasant. So getting this pre-workout meal down, might have like a little bit of a fat, maybe some peanut butter or something like that. And then we are gonna wrap this day and head to the gym. We are on the way to the gym, gonna hit a light pump push session. That being said, I'm definitely not gonna slack this workout. I'm gonna push hard, but we're just not gonna go absolutely to failure on everything. Probably 2 reps in reserve for most things, with moderate volume, maybe not my typical volume, slightly less. So we got that going down. To give you a quick recap of how my workday ended, like I mentioned during the lunch break, the brain fog was setting in toward about 2 p.m. Brain fog was wrecking me. Like, I just had to really think through, and I would stumble and kind of stutter over certain things that I normally wouldn't. Overall, it was a solid day, and we were still super productive despite being severely calorically restricted. It's a trip, let me tell you. Each time I do this, it's just a very good learning experience, and good for myself and good for my clients. So I'm loving every bit of it. We're gonna lock in, hit some push, and I'll check in with you guys after the gym. Just because you think I'm right, find somebody worthy. Well, I don't like.
I should think I might find somebody. Oh, I don't like. Well, I don't like.
Video montage. Last meal of the day about to go down, and when you are this deep into the calorie deficit, you got to pull the secret weapons out. That being the lean ground beef, same lean ground beef from earlier, with some sweet and spicy pickles. So about 10 grams of carbs in this meal. I think 12 maybe, close enough. And then we got 140 grams of beef. And I feel like it's about to absolutely smack. I'm very hungry, but we had a good workout, got a solid pump, and hopefully these pickles will overlay into the posing that I'm about to do. So basically gonna smack this meal, and then I go through my night routine, basically let the food digest a little bit while I set everything out for tomorrow, make sure the meals are in order, make sure the supplements are in order, just kind of get prepared for the next day. It's almost meditative to me at this point. And then we're gonna pose and get to bed. Well, guys, that was the comparison round and the mandatory round posing. I still have yet to nail my posing, as you can probably see. We got a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna nail it every night. I've been pretty consistent so far, and I've seen some solid improvements. So I just gotta keep refining. And it's my second show, so I'm telling myself, while I probably should have put more effort into posing, we still have a long road ahead of us when it comes to this bodybuilding game. We're doing the best we can. Posing is something I always drag my feet on, but when I get into it and I start to get comfortable with it, I really do like it. So as you can see, the physique is starting to tighten up a little bit as we're getting some blood through these muscles. But I'm gonna end the vlog off here, guys. These were my biggest lessons learned in this prep, and I hope that you found something helpful from this video. If you did, subscribe, because we have more videos just like this coming. I got one coming tomorrow for you for day 2 of this peak week, where I'm gonna be hitting a little bit more on how I set up my prep and some of the tools that I use in my prep. And then I'm gonna do a pull workout in the home gym. First ever YouTube footage in the home gym. It's a rough process. As you can see, we have a hammer. We're setting shit up still, but we're making it happen. So stay tuned for episode 2 of Peak Week. It's been a blast to do this. I really did have fun with the video. Hope you guys learned a little something as well. See you in the next one.